God. Ta-da, good morning. Welcome to our pyjama class, Sunday morning. We may take them off halfway through, but there we go. Having a little lie down, we'll probably just come from bed. Beautiful. So simply recognizing, thanking yourself that you've made the effort to come to the mat. It always takes that sense of commitment. It always takes effort. And you may not be on the mat, you may be still, joining us from the comfort of the sofa or the bed. It doesn't matter. It's that commitment to practice. And these little commitments that we make in the day, in our week, in our lives, these tiny little ones, they then move into the bigger ones. So commitment to something that supports us. And of course, the commitment to our word. The commitment to ourselves. So feeling into your intention for practice this morning. So for me, and perhaps for us as a group, that sense of commitment, committing to giving back to ourselves, to see ourselves as number one, to look after ourselves with our yoga practice. Starting to notice your breath. See if you can fill your whole body with the energy of your prana, the energy of your breath. Let go of this morning's happenings, overnight happenings, the whole week. Come into present moment with the use of your breath. Filling your whole body with breath, with prana. Feel into it. Top of the head to the toes. And then accepting each breath, each moment as it is. See if you can do that. If you need to make sound, if you need to come into ujjayi breath, of course you're welcome to. If you fill your body with air, with prana, with energy, and you do that in a rhythmical way, and that is your anchor point, do that. But let's practice that for a few more rounds of breathing. I was tuning into one of my meditation teachers, had a satsang last night, and a saying that he mentioned, or just a sentence that really resonated with me, he said, acceptance of, a moment, a situation, a circumstance doesn't mean defeat. And for some reason, the situation we find ourselves in that has really resonated with me. It's that sense of acceptance of the moment when we can't change it. It doesn't mean defeat. So very slowly now start to lift from your belly, start to become aware of your pelvic floor. We're just going to do a few cycles here. So legs up the imaginary wall and starting to cycle. And the reason for that being, or many reasons, but I'd like you to feel into your back. Where does this register in your back? Can you make your belly strong, switching on Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha? Cycle, bring the spine fully flat to the mat. And then notice where you find that challenging. When it comes to your back, where is there any notification from your back to you? And then we reverse the cycle. We cycle backwards. We make it slow so we can feel it. Not saying you're not feeling it at your front. Not saying this is quite strong for your core, but where in your back? Can you have your shoulders relaxed? Nice. And then slowly release. Let's do a few rounds of roly-poly. Yeah, just a few spinal rolls. And only I can see your screen. There's no one else. We're all busy. My kids have gone, oh, what if someone looks at my screen? I go, Marcy, no one's got the time. And then coming into a squat, coming into seated. Oh, that looks funny. Jammies and leggings and a squat. Beautiful. And in that squat, we're going to adjust our posture when it comes to our back as well. So we're adjusting, we're closing down the eyes, and we're adjusting our focus, not necessarily our posture, our focus, and we focus on our back. Not saying you're not feeling that in your hip flexors. Where in your back does that register here, this posture? Nice. Yes, just waking up that whole back line, waking up those nadis, those energy channels with movement, what we've just done, but also with our awareness. Let's come to seated, just briefly, cross-legged, kneeling, whichever way you like, and then we chant an Om to bring us together as a group. And you're very welcome. By now you may have an intention. It really beautifully locks in the energy. This could be an intention for the day. It gives you some guidance. And if you have an intention, let it resonate throughout you with the chant of an Om. Let's exhale. Big inhale. Let's move our awareness into our breath. Let's move into our Ujjayi breath. Let's let the energy lift. Feel the length of your breath. If you can, feel into those three different sections: your belly, your chest, your ribs, your throat, and then all the way down. Throat, chest, ribs, belly. Sound of Ujjayi, just so that you can hear it. If you need something a little stronger because you go, oh, just wake me up, then you can make that a little louder, a little deeper. But see if you can stay flexible with it. There is not only just one way of Ujjayi breath. Sometimes we need that depth a little more. Sometimes we need the softness. Feel into it. What's relevant? Settle somewhere where you're comfortable and where you can stay present. Beautiful. Just a simple cat and cow. Let's come into tabletop position. Simply cat and cow if you can, though, on the fingertips. Yeah, so exhale, rounding the spine, inhale, looking up. And as we practiced previously, start on one end. Maybe start on your tailbone and start the movement from your tailbone, looking up. And then the roundedness starts on the tailbone as well. And so that way, again, moving into those nadis, those energy channels of the back. And of course, of the front as well. So the front of the spine, back of the spine. Nice. Beautiful. And then take a few moments to do the same, starting from your top of the head, starting from your cervical spine. It still looks the same. It's still a cat and cow, but you start the movement from a different end. Let me see. Beautiful. And maybe if you close down your eyes, that brings you deeper into your physical body. But if it draws you out, then keep your eyes open. And then slowly let's move into downward facing dog. All right, downward facing dog. Let that weight, let that heaviness move down from your shoulders all the way into your hands. Let it earth. Let that heaviness of the week, maybe even the heaviness of the month, let it move into the earth. Let's come into inhale, tippy toes, and then exhale, coming onto the heels. But just a little, as if you were rocking yourself and soothing yourself into comfort. Yeah, up and down. Beautiful. A few clicks. That's my toes. Beautiful. And then walking the hands backwards to the feet. Brilliant. Toe heel your feet together. We go into the chair pose flow. Inhale, lifting the arms, sinking the hips down. Exhale, coming forward. Beautiful. Now check in with the back line of your legs. So we've checked in with our back. Now we're checking in with the back line of our legs. Beautiful. Move in your own rhythm. A few more rounds. I'm getting too warm here with all these layers. I'm going to take it off. Ta-da. Yeah, this top as well. Good. Now stay in your chair pose. In your next chair pose, stay. But still stay with softness. That's it. And the softness comes, you know, from the breath. And from the jaw soft, from the eye soft. Handing forward again, find downward facing dog. Brilliant. Coming into tabletop position, extending the right arm and the left leg. Good. And then we're going backwards and forwards a little. So untuck your right foot and then come back. How far back could you lean? Keep the limbs extended though. Ooh. And then we come back to center and we lean forward. Maybe you need some support underneath your knees. See, I can't come all that way forward because, you know, it's challenging on my wrist. So Cassandra and everyone else, if there is a wrist that sinks out, a shoulder, you just move. Yeah, it's maybe just an idea to switch on from your belly. Ah, beautiful. Forwards and backwards, few more rounds. Nice. Good. So the fingertips lead when you come forward and the heel leads when you come back. Brilliant. Slowly releasing. Coming back into downward facing dog before we do the other side. Nice. If you now go, oh, if we do a few more bits on the knees, maybe I need a blanket or a cushion, then ring the bell, get someone to get it for you. Nice. Downward facing dog. Walking this time the feet forwards to the hands. Brilliant. Good. Interlace the hands behind your back. And we come inhale, we're bringing the arms overhead and the nose to the knees. Excuse me. And on the exhale, we're letting the head hang. So now we're checking in with the whole of the back and the whole of the back side of the legs. Yeah. So there may not be a lot of movement, but the intention is inhale, the arms overhead, and exhale, nose to knees a little more and head to the floor a little more. Inhale here, exhale, release, downward facing dog. Good. And then coming into tabletop position again, moving into the other side. Opposite arm, opposite leg. I think it was the left arm and the right leg. Is it? Yeah. And then slowly moving. Now, if this is a little strong, especially on the forward movement, on your wrist, of course you monitor how far forward you go, but you also monitor how much weight there is. And you lift the weight off with the core. Beautiful. Let me see. Yeah. Now, our other challenge is to keep the limbs parallel towards the floor. Is this even possible? So sometimes that arm sort of sinks down forwards and backwards and go, uh-oh. Core, belly, lifting with Ujjayi breath. Inhale goes forward, exhale goes back. Doesn't matter how far back, you feel it. Brilliant. Back into downward facing dog. Well done. Excellent. We're coming into the hip wiggles of downward facing dog. So coming into tippy toes, inhale. Exhale, shift your hips, shift your heels to the left. Oh, feel it, and then stay there. Feel into that side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Nice. You can let the hips sink just a little so you get that side stretch. Brilliant. Coming back into tabletop position and just a few rounds of cat and cow with the head only. Now, if you feel that's too easeful for you and you want to zip it up a little, tuck your toes under, hover, and then do cat and cow. The weight is lifted off the shoulders and the wrists by you lifting from your belly. Brilliant. And then slowly walking back, downward facing dog, hands to the feet. Toe heel your feet together and slowly we're coming to standing. Just rolling up, roly-polies, vertebra by vertebra. Good. Nice. Oh, Marie and Sean have joined us in their beautiful jammy outfits. Right leg behind the left. Beautiful. And then we're going to come forward. So an Uttanasana with that added hip benefit. So slowly curling forward. How far forward? Turn your fingertips back to visit your heels and see if you can walk further and further back with your fingertips. You may not this morning even reach the floor. That's absolutely fine. Have a little feel into it. Yeah. You can hold on to your legs if your forward bend stops somewhere along the legs. Otherwise, if fingertips come to the floor, walk them backwards. Bring the nose to the knee, feel into this. We're perhaps feeling this mostly in our right side of our buttocks, of our legs, coming back to center or coming back into just letting go. And then slowly curling up with the belly though. Nice to standing. Beautiful. And we're crossing the other way. When you're ready, I'll just demonstrate here. Nice and slow, curling down. As parallel or as next to each other with those feet as you can. Fingers coming backwards. Oh, feeling into that whole back line. If it feels not so good, if you go, you can bend your knees. That's it, Sean. Letting go, letting go. That's it, Marie. Fingers to the floor. And then if you have the space, the fingertips point backwards towards the heels. Yeah. And then we move back. We allow ourselves to just feel stretching out that whole back line, back of the torso, backs of the legs. Brilliant. Slowly releasing, slowly curling up. Nice. Beautiful. Feet together. Coming into side stretch. Urdhva Hastasana for a moment. Holding the left wrist with the right hand, reaching up. Inhale. And we're going to the side. Exhale. And you're there and you're side bent and you go, okay, I'm stable. I've got my thighs engaged. I've got my tailbone tucked under. Could I, if you're on the right side, could you lift your left leg out to the side and staying in that side bend? Yeah, we're switching on the belly. That movement we've done before on all fours, we know now what to switch on. Slowly bring it back. Intensify your side bend. We're not coming out just yet. And then inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. Brilliant. Now, changing the grip, left hand holds the right wrist. We lift and lengthen, inhale first, and then we go to the side. So be comfortable in your side bend first. Absolutely. Doing the right thing. So your Tadasana legs with that hip flexor is open. And then see. Can you lift that other leg? But keep your Ujjayi breath, lifting that leg, keep staying in that side bend. That's nice, beautiful. Keeping Ujjayi breath. So if we're lifting just for the sake of lifting and waiting and holding the breath until we come out, not useful. Slowly coming back, beautiful. Let's find your front edge of the mat and we do a few rounds of sun salutations. I always start here. Good. I've taken the jammies off, it's too warm. You're welcome to do the same. Come into Tadasana, coming back into Ujjayi breath. You're welcome to salute and to celebrate that which you're grateful for. Let's start. So Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, coming forward. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, we're just stepping the right leg back. And we'll bring the right hand down and we bring the left arm up. Yeah, just a little twist. Beautiful. Bringing that back knee down. And then bringing that front hand, that right hand to the outside of the left thigh. So coming into that full prayer hand twist here. Yeah, let's do that. A twist in the low lunge. Why not? Nice. If you have the space, you can release the right hand to the floor and the left arm reaches up to the ceiling, no, not overhead, so just up. Beautiful. Good. So Emily, feel this in your back. Good. Yeah, let's feel the twist in our spine, in our thoracic spine rather than in our lower back. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, look forward. Frame your left foot, step back, downward facing dog. Brilliant. Good. Let's continue the salutation. High plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, maybe on the knees first. Yep. Open up into your cobra, just gently. Exhale into your downward facing dog. And that's beautiful. If you're still feeling you need a bit more warming up, you can wiggle your hips, bend your knees, come into stillness with your breath. Upper arms gently rolling outwards, as you know. Triceps rolling in towards each other. I'm just going to scroll through. Very nice. Beautiful expressions, everyone. Good, 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 Emily. Just upper arms a little gently outwards. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step or jump between the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold all the way. Don't be in a hurry. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale at the top. Brilliant. So for the other side, we step the left leg back. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, come forward. Halfway lift, look up. Exhale, the left leg comes back. Left hand down, right arm up. So we're coming into keeping the back knee lifted first. Yeah, lifting up, opening, and then just dropping the knee. I realize I'm talking away from you. Then that left hand comes to the outside of that right side. Both hands come together in prayer hands. Use that left arm against the right leg to find the twist. And then you could extend. If there is no gap between your torso and your thigh, you bring that left hand to the floor Right arm reaches up. Beautiful. Nice. Good. Good. That's it, Sabrina. Just keep the prayer hands. Beautiful. Last exhale here, and then inhale, look to your big toe. Exhale, frame your foot. Step back, downward facing dog. High plank inhale. A lovely chaturanga. Excuse me, slow. Beautiful. As you open up into your back bend, you feel your back strengthening, and then we come into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. I'd like us to work into downward facing dog, bringing the buttocks a little smidgen higher to the ceiling. There we go. Belly draws in, the diaphragm hollows. Breathe into your side ribs. This is part of easing the tension in the back. Side rib breath. Beautiful. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, and we come all the way up. Inhalation. And exhale into our Namaste, where we accept that moment by moment, what we discussed before. That acceptance doesn't mean defeat. Beautiful. Let's do a traditional variation. I'll face you, releasing the hands. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. So reach up, stretch. Exhale, come forward. Feel it in your thighs. Your gaze is over your fingertips. Beautiful. Halfway lift, open the chest. Exhale, back down dog. High plank, inhale, and a slow chaturanga. Maybe this time no knees. Elbows back towards the hips. Look forward, Amelia. Beautiful. Inhale, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog for 1. Inner smile, outer smile. For 2, upper arms roll outwards, triceps come in towards each other. Beautiful. Stay. Find your breath. Breathing into your side ribs. Yeah. Well done. Good, Sabrina. Last exhale here. Inhale onto the tippy toes. Exhale, coming forward. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine out. Exhale, lengthen the spine forward. Strong legs come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale to release. Brilliant. We're stepping the right leg out in the salutation in a moment to a warrior 2. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, stepping the right leg back into a warrior 2. Beautiful. Good. So let's just solidify warrior 2 here. Good. And then inhale here, exhale, we're reaching forward. We're coming into side angle pose. Left forearm down onto the left thigh, right arm reaches overhead. And we open the chest. Good. And then if we wanted to, we bring our front hand, which is our left hand, to the inside. Yeah? Reaching through, bringing our back hand behind, and perhaps taking the bind. So the right hand binds the left hand. I'll show you side on. And then we open the chest. Whoops. And if we can't, then we come back into traditional Parshvakonasana. Beautiful. Good. Last exhale here. Inhale, coming up all the way up. Straighten your front leg. Come forward, bend it again, frame it, step back, down dog. Nice. Inhale, high plank. Coming back to present moment, chaturanga, slow. Beautiful. Open up in your inhale. Exhale into your downward facing dog. For 1. Coming back to your breath, coming back to Ujjayi breath into your side ribs. Nice. For 2. Rest is always an option in the form of tabletop or child's pose. For 3. Heels perhaps a smidgen wider than the toes. For 4. And 5. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Strong legs come up. Strong belly, reach, and releasing. All good. Left leg back, on our way. Inhale. Exhale. Half lift, inhale. Left leg, find your warrior 2 distance. It's a leg and a half. Very nice. Good. Good. Dropping the shoulders, lifting from the heart. Inhale here, so your legs are solid. Exhale, reaching.
Forearm down. It's not a leaning down. See, it's really just tipping. Left arm overhead. Good. If you feel you're solid here and you feel a little playful, and we're all internally playful, let it come out. That right hand comes to the front. Left arm comes behind. We find the bind. There it is. And we open the chest. And even if there is no bind, we just have a little giggle and we come back to where we came. That's it. Good, Emily. Just bring that front hand. Reach it through a little more. Beautiful. Breathe. The legs are solid. This is a strong bound Parsvakonasana. It's beautiful. Last exhale. Inhale, coming up. Straighten the leg first. Yeah. And then bend it. Frame the foot. Step back lightly. Down dog. Well done. High plank. Inhale. Maybe chaturanga on the knees. It was a little strong coming down. Open up. Inhale. Let it flow. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Doing well, yogis and yoginis. Just come back into coming home with downward facing dog. It's like the hands want to corkscrew, want to actually drive into the mat, and everything else lifts up. Let me see, a few more breaths. Beautiful. Stretching out the back and strengthening at the same time. Excellent. Yeah. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale. Look where you would like to land. Come forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way. Strong legs come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale at the top. Marvelous. We'll do that one more time when we step the right leg back up. We come into warrior one. Okay. Urdhva Hastasana. Reaching. Exhale, come forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, the right leg steps back, but we face forward because we're stepping into a warrior one. Yeah, so forward. Let's leave the arms. Forward facing warrior. So the hips come forward, the chest comes forward. Ah, very nice. Very nice. That's it. Hands to the side. We may actually just come into a side bend here or into a twist. Haven't decided yet. No, I have. Side bend. So the arms come up. Yep. And you hold the right hand, the right wrist with the left hand. Lift and lengthen. Inhale, and we're going to the side, to the left. Okay. Good. Aha. Let me see. Good. So even though we're side bending, we're still facing forward. Oh, nice. Good. Good. Emily and everyone, drop your shoulders. That's it. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, just release the hands. We're still there. We have the stamina in the legs. Absolutely. Let's come into humble warrior here before we change sides. So interlacing the hands, unless that's too much for the shoulders, you can just have aeroplane arms, and you can come forward and to the inside of that front foot. Beautiful. No leaning into it, not leaning into your front thigh, just coming forward and down. Beautiful. Open the chest. Last exhale here. Inhale, coming up into a warrior one. And then we have 5 breaths in warrior one. I know this is strong, but your warrior one, we want to lift the chest and drop your shoulders. It's not a back bend, just a lengthening. Inhale here, exhale, frame your foot, step back nicely, downward facing dog. Well done. And we'll just stay in down dog here. Beautiful. Coming into the hip wiggles again, as we done in the beginning of class. Inhale, tippy toes, exhale. Hips and heels to one side, you can choose. Coming back to center, pivoting on the ball of the foot. Exhale to the other side. Very well done. Coming back to downward facing dog, just allow the head to hang. Nice. That's it. Good. Good, Amelia. Nice. Good, Emily. Yes, we're coming out of this. We're just stepping out. Yeah, last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Strong legs come up. Reach up. Find that stretch-like sensation. And exhale. Coming back. Let's come to Namaste. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. Let the heart rate settle. Let the breath settle. So, you know, that sense of saying yes to this moment. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, come forward. Open the heart as you do a half lift. Exhale, the left leg steps back into your warrior one. You know your distance. Beautiful. And just bringing the hands to the side. Nice. Good. Now notice the front wants to lengthen on your inhalation. Oh, get dressed, Bettina. And the back wants to broaden. And we go into side bend. Inhale. Which hand holds which hand now? The right holds the left. Lift and lengthen. Inhale and exhale to the side. Oh, maybe a little more, maybe not so much. We're still lunging into that front leg. Yes. And we're going into that side bend. Let me see. Beautiful. Good, good, good. Staying there, finding the stamina, finding the strength in your buttocks, dropping the shoulders, even though we're in a side bend. Beautiful. And then inhale to come up. Release the hands. Yep. Feel into what's relevant, either interlacing or just aeroplane arms. And we'll come into that humble warrior idea. Lifting the chest, coming forward. Let your shoulder blades give each other a wink as they come into the center. I'm going extra slow so I can see you on the way down. Good, good. Sabrina, just lift the head and look forward. How far to the inside could we come? How far down could we come? How solid can we be in our legs? How soft can the breath be? The breath is there first. Beautiful. Last exhale, inhale, coming up. Marvelous. And we did a few warrior ones here. Yeah, on the other side, so do that. If you fatigue in your shoulders, leave your hands out. Otherwise, for 3, well done. For 2, soften the jaw. For 1, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, frame your foot, step back, down dog. Doing well? Very well. Let's come into high plank and we just have a little strength work in high plank. Why not? Good. Tuck your tailbone, high plank. That's it. And then we do a little dipping down. So we're dipping down, we're letting the shoulder blades come in towards each other, sternum comes down, and then we lift up. It's about your shoulder blades, not so much the elbows. Yeah. Let's bring the knees down. Let's come into child's pose for a moment. Just catching your breath. We'll do that in tabletop. Brilliant, doing well. I'm just going to switch to a different screen. Can you breathe into your side ribs? Yeah, here we go. Beautiful. Oh, maybe I put my corporate top back on. Okay, find your way back into tabletop position. So, the tabletop. We'll do the same what we've just done in the plank pose. We've done it in a few classes. So you want to have your shoulder blades dip in towards the spine like this. Dipping in, and then you're lifting out. Dipping in, can you see? And then you lift out. When you're ready, it's about shoulder mobility. Yeah, and we all can do with that, whether we're sitting a lot, whether we're having the same, you know, gentle complaint as Emily, or whether we don't. Oh, that's it. Marie's resting, that's okay. Helen, that's it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we might as well complete the movement of the shoulder blades. It's an elevation, so you're shrugging your shoulder blades up against your ears, and then you bring your shoulder blades down your back. So if we were to kneel, this would be like this, up or standing and down, up and down. So let's do that. Let's cultivate that. That's it. Yeah, and then see if we can make it into a circle. So we do lifting, elevation. We do protraction, we'll bring it out to the side. We do depression, we'll bring it down to the hips. And we sink in, retraction. Yeah, see if you can, oh, and if you don't want to know about that anatomical kerfuffle, you just make it, feel it. Circle of the shoulder blades. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's useful. Yeah, how are we going? Kathy, you still with us? Okay, okay. And then we have to feel into downward facing dog, because that is so useful. Now that you feel your shoulder blades, how does this feel in downward facing dog? Oh, nice. Now, I love having you through the screen, but you know, I can't wait to have you back in real life, to be honest. It's kind of a bit been there, done that. Oh, let's have a little feel into, if it's too much for your shoulders, come onto your knees into a twisted dog pose. So the left hand first, reaching through, reaching towards your ankles, and then let yourself be pulled into that twist. Look through your right armpit area. Yeah, that's a beautiful twist. Hopefully that gets the right spot in Emily's back. And then slowly releasing, seeing if we can do the other side. Brilliant. So make this felt where you need to feel it. Beautiful. Can you see past your armpit area? Well done. Nice, Sean. Good work. And then slowly releasing down. Let's come onto the knees. We're coming into a very gentle, yeah, I think we can afford to do that. Tuck your toes under. We're coming into camel. Yeah, and we start at the basics. So fingertips pointing to the small of the back. Yep. These hip flexors are long. The inhalation lifts. And on our exhalation, we're just bringing the elbows in and we're lifting the chest. You can let your head go back. So this is not your full expression. This is a lifting. Your hip flexors get longer here. That's it. The chest opens, ribs to hips. And we're going back with our head. Nice, Helen. That's it. And we all monitor where we're safe. That's how far we go. Good. Stay where you are, everyone. Can I just make an observation? We're still dropping the shoulder blades down. So notice how some shoulder blades and shoulders can come up. They still drop down. And then inhale here, exhale slowly with control, with your bandhas, with awareness. We're coming into child's pose. Beautiful. And you may never take it any further than this. Yeah, particularly not if you know from previous practices that a deeper kneeling back bend is not so stable for you. If you want to take it further, let's come up again. Yeah, just make sure you've got the heels raised so we don't need to go that low. Yeah, fingertips lift and lengthen, inhale, and then this time we could push the hips a little further forward, and we could, what we've just done with the shoulder blades awareness, let those shoulder blades sink down the back and come forward. It's like you want to pull your shoulder blades through your diaphragm. So coming back a little more with the upper body. If you want it from here, you could reach for your heels. But you push your hips forward. Make sure you feel it around your shoulder blades. We've done this in class. I know you're going to be safe. Yeah. So it's not a dipping into the lower back. It's a lifting. Yeah. The area between the ribs and the hips lengthens. Nice. What I can see. Good, Helen. We're just playing with it. If we're not going all the way, we keep the hands on the small of the back. Nice, Marie. Nice, Sean. Let me see. Breathe. You're only going as far as you can comfortably go, which is where you could stay for another 50 breaths. Good. And then belly strong, slowly coming up again into a child's pose. Beautiful. Now, if you wanted to have this for your home practice, have a little look, and you would happen to have a bolster, you could safely, I can't assume everyone has got a bolster, but if you do, I know Sabrina has and a few of you, you could do the bolster, and instead of going to the heels, you can just push into the bolster, and you can lift here, push down, and let this be a lift up rather than going backwards. Yeah, this is nice. So for when you're on your own, maybe you're not, that's why you come here. All good? All right, I want you on your belly for a little. What was I gonna, oh no, on your back. Get your anatomy right, Bettina. The back's not the belly. Ah, that's something special for you. Let's come into butterfly legs. If you can't see me when you lie down, have a little look maybe first. Interlace the hands, and we're coming sideways. Yep. So you know how often we go, the lower body lifts in our froggy lifts? This time, we lift up a little and we go sideways. So you were to ask that right elbow, for example, to come to the right knee. and then we come back to center, and then we go over to the other side. So a banana shaped side bend. Yeah, good. But I don't want you to go, it's not going to go with the breath. So we stay on one side for a few breaths, and you really feel that squish in the side body and that opening on the other side, coming back to center, and then over to the other side. Good. Now I want you to feel that core strength, that core, that side core is engaging, and the other side is opening. Beautiful. Let's do each side one more time. Good. But your elbows are broad, so the chest is broad. Nice. And maybe you need to wiggle yourself into the side bend first and then lift a little. Oh, make sure it feels good. Actually quite a nice shape. Beautiful, beautiful. So once you're in your final expression, that's it, Emily, you actually keep your elbows broad, you keep your elbows open, you feel it. And let's come back to center. Let's give yourself a hug. Very nice. Beautiful. Good. One more movement, and we've done that in almost every class. So just bending the knees. Yeah. Coming into bridge pose, lifting up. Good. You can stay here, or we go into the rotation of the upper body. So keep your left arm out and bring your right arm up and overhead, and bring your left hand and your right hand together. So you're fully on your left shoulder, and the right shoulder and torso has lifted. And then we wiggle back to center, and we come over to the other side. And now we're doing this with breath. We're really feeling into everything around the throat chakra. The upper body affects the throat chakra, the heart chakra, our energy center, to find that sense of self-love, that sense of forgiveness, compassion. And of course, we're doing all the good things for our upper body and our upper shoulders. Can you move with your breath? Can you come back to Ujjayi breath? Can you move a few more rounds? Beautiful expressions from what I can see. For some of you, I can't see. I can just see knees. And then slowly releasing. Brilliant. Let's come into Apanasana, and then really coming into the full expression, nose to knees. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, coming out. Beautiful. Exhale, lifting again, all the way, slowly coming out. Your choice as to how you come to seated. You can do a few roly-polies as we've done before. This is really quite a nice practice. And then come to seated. And we're going to go into a Marichyasana A. So left leg is straight and the right leg is bent to the outside. Yeah. Left hand comes down. When you're ready, right arm comes up, inhale. And then coming forward. So you come to the inside, and you just, maybe you get to here with that right hand. Maybe you get all the way forward. Maybe you could reach for that foot. So it's opposite hand, opposite foot. That's it, that's it. And then maybe you can reach around, make a circle. Oh, hello. There's Emily's cat. I've forgotten the name. Uh-oh. And then maybe, if you're all the way, if you can hold your foot, you're ready for the bind, bring the right hand around. Let the left hand go and see if you can find the bind. Yeah, so I'll show you from behind. Lift and lengthen here, and then exhale, coming forward. If the bind isn't there, you just stay there. That's it. And you just work your way into that forward bend. You can release the hands. Beautiful. That's it, Sabrina. Just stay there. Good. Good, Amelia. I can see you up to here. I can't see buttocks. And you've got the bind. Yeah. Coming forward. So if you have the bind, you work your chest open. You work into that gentle back bend. Beautiful. Oh, if that's not the desired stretch that Sabrina was asking for, then I don't know. And then inhale to come up and exhale to release. Brilliant. Let's change sides. And you're in the shape that's useful for you wherever you're at, even if you just sit like this. Yeah. So what have you got? Right leg straight, left leg. Bring it to the outside so you can come through. Right hand down, the left arm lifts. This leg is solid. Lift and lengthen, inhale, and coming forward. Where do you get to? Maybe see if you can reach that foot. Close that gap, so bring that knee in. reaching forward, maybe reaching to the side, having the bind. If not, you just stay here. Lift and lengthen, inhale, exhale, come forward. If the bind is there, that's it, Emily, that's it. Heart forward, shoulders back, beautiful. Ah, it's not a strain, it's a beautiful sensation for your physical body opening up. Nice, drishti to the big toe. Ujjayi breath, belly is lifted. Good, Sabrina. Stay where you are, but see if you could lift the chest and drop the shoulders. Make space for here, everyone. Yeah, and space for here. Beautiful. Energetically and physically. Inhale to come up and exhale to release. Let's do Paschimottanasana. Probably everyone's least favorite forward bend. Lift and lengthen, inhale and coming forward. Straight legs if you can. The toes push away from you, the thighs roll inwards. Maybe you're here this morning. Yep, the spine is long. Maybe you pull against the big toe, lift and lengthen, coming forward. The length, as you know, here. So this is lifted. There is breath, there is energy. And you really feel it. A lot of sitting, a lot of, tucking this under. Of course, we can't have a happy outlook on life if the energy is restricted. Yeah, Paschimottanasana, a few more breaths, feeling into the whole back line of the body. You can hold the outside edges of the feet if you can. Good, drishtis to the big toe, maybe you bind eventually. For 3, for 2, for 1, and releasing up. Can we come into a squat again? Plenty of time for a squat. Plenty of time for a squat. Inner smile, outer smile. You're serious this morning? It's cool to practice in your jammies, isn't it? Yeah, not when I teach so much. Beautiful. Can we take this posture into a twist, what we just had? So come to seated, left leg straight, right leg comes to the inside, and then we're twisting. So the right hand comes behind the left arm. A stop sign is sufficient, maybe just a cradle or a stop sign and a bind. Lift and lengthen, inhale, exhale, you look over your right shoulder. At the moment I say bind, everyone thinks that that's what you have to do. You don't. Yeah, but we're lifting up. So the torso lifts and then you look over your right shoulder. You could actually sit with no hands supporting you. Eventually the core strength is there, but we're moving into it. Maybe the head needs a few windscreen wipers. Still keeping the torso in the twist. Beautiful. And then inhale, coming forward, exhale, release. Beautiful. If you haven't had breakfast like me, this will make nice space for breakfast. Good. Right leg forward, left leg bend, lift and lengthen. So bring that left hand behind and then it is a lift and lengthen. That's a twist, opposite arm, opposite elbow, and then, opposite leg, opposite elbow. And then you work this. Yeah, so you work the arm against the leg and intensify that twist. Marvelous for the spine. Let me switch screens. Over your left shoulder. Yeah, the nadis. Good, Emily, just look over your back shoulder if you can. Or your windscreen wipers, that's it. In that position. Your energy channels, your nadis, up and down the spine, they're beautifully stimulated in a twist. Apart from, of course, the digestive system. Of course, the spine needs all basic movements every day. But unless we really do yoga practice, who does? Who moves their spine in all directions every day unless we do it deliberately? Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, release. Oh. Thumbs up, pajama stickers for all of you. Come into a little cuddle and then open out from that cuddle, bring your arms wide and come into both. Oh, if you don't have space like this, you can bring your arms forward. But instead of, often we do cycling in this position, let's do arm circles in your boat pose. Good. But we keep our boat pose and we cycle, we circle the other direction. Yeah. Yeah, core strength. Yeah. And then slowly releasing. It's not an easy position to be in. Well done, everyone. Good. Bringing the feet down, coming into Toblerone legs. Good. Bringing the arms up. Good. Lifting your right leg and then straightening it forward. And then see if you could sit like this. Good. Point the toes like a ballerina. Good. Good. Feel your core switched on. This is solid. If I come around to you, this is what I feel. Solidity. Inhale here, exhale, Toblerone. If it's too much, bring your fingertips behind. Yeah, absolutely. No question asked. I demonstrate on the other side. Lifting the chest. So I'll show you sideways. It's a this instead of a this. And if that allows you to come into this shape here with your fingertips there rather than your arms somewhere, then do that. Good. Straighten that straight leg. Solidity in your core. Breath is soft and smooth. Inhale here, exhale, release, lying down. Few rounds of roly-polies. No one's just going to watch. Beautiful. That's excellent. Nice. Good. Coming to cross-legged. Cross-legged position. Good. Coming into Gomukhasana arms. Right elbow up, left elbow down. If you can, find the bind. Yeah. And if not, you just sit like this and we do a few deliberate windscreen wipers. Very nice. Good. Coming back to seated, coming back to still point, changing the arms first, and then changing the legs. Good. Windscreen wipers again. Oh, I can't find the bind on this side, or just. Beautiful. Good. Nice. Coming into letting this go, coming into Upavista Konasana, but with a twist. So legs wide, find your position in the room. And then we're going to the right, to one leg first. I'll go to the right leg. To the right leg, as far forward as you can, thighs engaged. Over to the left. And then as far to the left as you can. And then we start again. To the left, forward, heart. We're leading with the heart. Good, Sean, engage your legs though. So you want to feel your sit bones almost levitating off the floor and your thighs as well. Good. Feeling your torso lengthening. Yeah, do this slow or fast. How far past your legs can you actually go? Keeping the forward bend. It's easy when we come up, we could go a little further back, but we want to keep that forward bend. Let's do each side one more time, nice and slow. The shoulders stay away from the ears. How far forward, how far to the side can you go? We're effecting a change in the energy lines of the whole of the backs of the legs and our torso. Beautiful. And then coming forward and staying forward. Doing well. Nice, Helen. Hard forward. Bring your hands onto the floor so you can glue them down so you can draw the heart forward. The front of the torso draws forward. The shoulders draw back. Legs, toes. Upavista Konasana in its fullest expression. Beautiful. Last exhale here and then inhale to come up. And exhale to release. Well done. Okay, without further ado, we move into an inversion. If you go, I'm not going to go upside down, Bettina, you can just do legs up against the imaginary wall. Yeah, you're good sports this morning. Coming in the PJs, doing this, doing that. Hold your upper arms. If you come with me into tripod headstand. Yep, indentation of your elbows. That's where your palms go. Or if you do have a wall, you can come into a real wall if you do legs up the wall. Top of the head comes forward. Oh. And then just feel that. This is such a sacred position. This is such a sacred place in your body, the top of the head. Be kind, just a little bit of weight, elbows in. Now, you're welcome to stay. I'm just going to talk you through if you want to go further. Knees underneath the hips, tuck your toes, lift. Now you need to withstand the weight that you drive into your head with your arms, with your core, with your belly. One knee into the upper arm, other knee into the upper arm, knees together, perhaps coming all the way up. Let me see. I need to keep space for you. Nice, nice choices there. Beautiful. Good. Good, Sean. Easy does it. Nice. Ah, Cassandra's doing a twist. That's all good. Nice. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing out. Make sure you've got that little counterbalance, forehead to the floor. We'll have another class where we do the bound as well. Nice. Good. Let's all come to the back for a moment for a twist. It's a good idea. Let's do the twist where we have that right angle between the upper leg and the lower leg, and the thighs and the torso. Arms wide. Thumb is tucked under. I'll show you briefly here, and then you can be on your own. So that a double leg twist, beautiful. To one side, you can use, if your lower back is a little tender, use your upper arms to come back to center, and then coming over to the other side. Keeping the elbows on the floor, whether the knees come to the floor or not is not so relevant in our intention today. Yeah, just feeling the sensation in your spine and your side body. This is a movement that goes slow. Let me see. So let's keep it moving from one side to the other. You can, Marie, have a little look. So just the upper arm into the, as high as your shoulders, and then like this. Makes it a little bit easier to actually come left and right. Nice and slow. A nice little twist here. Slow, with control, keeping that right angle. So don't let your heels come close to the belly. So keeping that right angle between lower legs, upper legs, between torso and thighs. Well done. So yeah, we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. We'll keep that lubrication in the hips and the massage in the lower spine. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing. Draw the knees to the chest. Very well done. Good. Good. And from here, well, how about we'll do the Shavasana. No, let's come to seated. We'll chant an Om in our closing chant. And then we do our Shavasana together. But if you do have to toddle on, at least we had a closure of the practice together. So either seated, cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus. Doing well. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. Coming back to the reminding yourself of your intention. What was your intention for practice? Beautiful. Let's exhale here. Big inhale. Loka, loka, samastaha, samastaha, sukhino bhavantu, sukhino bhavantu. Together. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Bowing the head forward, indicating our wish to merge our intellect together with our heart, allowing all beings everywhere be happy and free, and that includes ourselves. That sense of acceptance of the present moment as it is,
sense of being able to tap back into our peaceful, joyful and content state. That's always there, always accessible. It's our innate nature, our innate truth. Let's bow all the way forward. Namaste. Beautiful practice, yogis and yoginis. Thank you for joining me this morning. I shall assume that we all take Shavasana together. Slowly, when you're ready, make your way onto your back. You can even, like me, keep your eyes closed. If you need blankets, jumpers for warmth, do that. If you have a bolster, bring it underneath your knees. Maybe you want to close the blinds. Beautiful. Maybe you want to take yourself off the video. That's fine. You do know and you do feel and you do acknowledge that Shavasana is part of the practice. Just finding, even if it's just a few moments of complete rest. Resting and finishing the way we started. Remember, we did fill our whole body with energy, with prana, and we know that where attention goes, and that's on the mat and off the mat, what we give our focus to, what we give our attention to, that's where the energy goes. So it's our choice always. So for your own self-care and kindness, choose to stay present to your breath, to that feeling sensation in your body. That beautiful connection we now have to our physical body. Maybe it manifests for you with a sense of tingling. We've affected all our bodies, our energy bodies, our mental bodies, not just our physical. Let that be honored with Shavasana. Feel it. Eyes soft, jaw soft, belly, shoulders completely at ease. Enjoying the stillness of your body, the effortlessness of your breath, and the clarity and freedom for your mind. Enjoy. Just another minute or so.